Hello friends. Now let us take up the concept number 9, 11.9. Comparing objects. So far we have learned many types of operations on objects. As you know, objects or reference types are different from primitives. Primitives, operations on primitives you know very well. There is no confusion at all because those are like a book, a single unit you can directly handle. But reference types are like kites. You understand the difference. Always remember this thing. Why we should focus more on reference types means because its nature is like a kite. Directly we cannot handle the paper part. One string is required. Directly here, directly we cannot handle the object. Object means real thing. For that, one reference variable is required. That's why the nature of all these operations are somewhat unique. You must explicitly learn and master. Otherwise, you fail to develop projects where you encounter problem you never know. That's why this much focus I am making. So far, let us review what operations we learned. We learned assignment, passing assignment of objects, passing through methods, object passing through methods means object reference, and returning object means object reference through a method, and copying and cloning. Copying means nothing but shallow copying, and cloning deep copying. All these operations we learned. Now one more operation is comparing. We have to compare two objects. As far as primitives are concerned, we need not specially take up and discuss. It is very natural. A, B, two primitive type variables of int type you take and compare whether equal or not equal, greater than or lesser than. Like that, you can make comparisons. But in this case, yeah, these are objects. These are like kites. We have to specially focus on them. In this, actually, you may treat kite as single element, but before the thread is tied to the kite, there are two elements. One is thread, other one is paper part of the kite. Understand? So, in this comparison sake, you have to consider them two aspects. One is object reference. Object reference is like a thread, and paper part of the kite is like a real object. So, that point always keep in mind when you are comparing, whether you are comparing object references or uh, real objects, you must know. For that, procedures are entirely different. That point you must remember and proceed. That's why I am discussing it as a separate part. For comparing two objects, we have two elements. One is equality operator. Equality operator means double equal to. Actually, earlier also I told you for the this also assignment operator also we normally call as equal to. That's why for the sake of differentiation you call it as single equal to and double equal to. Double equal to means equality, single equal to means assignment, for the sake of convenience. Okay, you should not be confused. So here two elements are there. One is equality operator, other one is equals method. Where we get the equals method? Equals method actually from our forefather we get. Which is our forefather? Object. Java.lang.object. This is the topmost class. It is at the root of all the classes. So this object class provides one instance method called equals. So using the two elements we can compare objects. What we can compare? Now you see that here room 1 new room 15 10 12 10. Okay, now R2 R1. Now you see this is a room object. This is object means real thing 12 10. This is R1 This is referring to this. Very many times I explained to you. Now R2, R2, R2 equal to R1. So this also is referring to that. Now R3, R3 actually content is same. Content is same. Then this 15, 12, 10, R3. Now we see here equality of reference. As far as R1 and R2 are concerned, references are equal. References are equal. So by equality operator, we can see the reference equality. Of course, here there is only one object. If two objects are there, one we have to compare. Here object comparison will not be there. Only reference comparison is there. R1 and R2. If you use equal to operator, R1 is equal to R2, this gives true because both references are same. Now R3, let us come to R3. R3 is a different reference. Now you see different reference, but content may be same. Even content may be same. Now what expression you write? R1 equal to R3. Then you have to think of there this is false. Why this is false? R1 is a different reference, R3 is a different reference. That's why false has come. So equal, by using equality operator, we can compare reference equality. That's why R1 and R2 are referring same object, then it has come true. And R1 and R3 are referring different objects, then it becomes false. So you must underline this. Equality operator is useful for comparing the equality of the reference variables. Okay, that point you keep aside. Thereafter, equals method. Equals method, how we can get? We get it from our forefather, from object class. So every Java class by default it can get, because it is our forefather's property, you can get. But equals method also by default it behaves like equality operator only. Now equality operator's behavior I told you, the same manner equals method also behaves. Then you get a doubt, what is use of equals method? We can simply use equality operator, why equals method? Actually equals method by overriding you can compare the equality of the object. Equality of the object means, here see the object's dimensions are, room's dimensions are 15, 12, 10. R1, R2 also same, R3 15, 12, 10. Object equality if you have to find out and all that through using equality operator, by default with the equals method we cannot find out. For that purpose, what should we do? We have to override equals method. Overriding concept we can learn only in the inheritance chapter. Just I give a simple briefing. Overriding means you inherit some property from your father or forefather. If you want to, you can obviously use it. But if you want to make some extension, annexer to that and all that, then that is called overriding. Just for example, you can use your father's car, but you want to put a carriage on that. That is called overriding. Actually, your father's car, which purposes your father can use, all those purposes you also can use. But there is no carriage for that. But you want to carry loads also. Then for that purpose you annex a carrier to that. That is called overriding. So in order to test the equality of the objects, we have to override equals method at the juncture in this concept, I cannot explain you how to override and all that, because first you must understand inheritance. In the forthcoming chapter we discuss, then overriding process I will explain. Then after understanding that, by using equals operator, equals method of the object class, you can compare the equality of the contents of the objects. Okay, these points clearly you must understand. And otherwise, instead of making object testing or comparing object equality, you may perform a reference weak equality, and you may not get the expected results.